It's Tammy from Tammy's Designs. I am here to show you another fun tutorial on making another art journal. This one again, no coils, no sewing, some gluing in this one if you'd like, or you can use double-sided tape again. But here's the little journal we're going to make. Super cute. It has, I think they're called end papers on the end, and is made of watercolor paper. I don't know if you could tell in this or not, but they are folded in half. The ends are glued into a spine. The beauty of this book is it lays flat when you work on it, which is really nice. No coils getting in the way, no books, half closing or folding up and wrecking your art. This one was made of 10 sheets of watercolor paper folded in half. Yeah, and some cardboard from my recycling and some scrap paper. So if you'd like to know how to make it, it is 8 by 5.5. Stay tuned and I will show you the video. Thanks. Hello again, guys. Let's make another art journal. I am just going to use some of the paper I have left over from that watercolor pad that I tore apart in my previous video. Just from something from the dollar store. Now the way this particular journal is created, we're still not going to be using the backs of any of these pieces of paper. So it's nice textured side here, smooth on the back. These will be covered up and I'll show you how. So I'm just going to tear these pages out. Glue. Our next step in this is to take all these pages and fold them in half, wrong sides together, so the backs facing each other. I'll show you what I mean. We don't need our paper cutter, another good thing. No measuring. So here's our good side, texture side. We're going to flip it over. Take off the rest of that glue. And fold. Now you can do what we did in the last video and score them. You'll get a much cleaner edge. I don't know if you can tell in that. It's a little rough. But you know what? That's fine. So we're going to take all of our pages. We're going to fold them in half. Match corner to corner. I'm just going to pause the video and do that because I don't want this video to be too long, so stay tuned. Stay tuned. Okay, so I've got all my paper folded. I folded 10 sheets. That'll give me 10 spreads. Now what we're going to do to avoid using this back side is we're going to tape, double-sided tape along the edge here, not down the sides, because then it'll start to buckle and get all weird. We're just going to tape the edge. So when you turn the pages, you can see I've already taped this one. That'll be a nice edge. Now you're saying, oh, we don't get to use the middle. Well, that's okay. We weren't going to use it anyway. It's not very good to paint on the back of that paper. So we're just going to have access to these sides. So we're going to take some double-sided tape. I just have some Scotch tape. You can get inexpensive double-sided tape at the dollar store. I have run out. So I'm just going to tape this right up against the edge as close as you can get to the edge. Tack it down a little bit. There, that's it. That's all we've got. So next step, tape all those edges together. I'm going to pause and be right back. Hello, got all my pages taped. Now you may notice when you are taping these, some of them tend to pucker a little bit like this. If that really bothers you, just take something dull and just push down that edge, and that'll help things kind of lay a little flatter. Now we are going to take our pages, like so. It's up to you which edge. I think I'm going to do the edge that we've taped. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So what you're going to do is you're going to line them all up nice and straight. You're going to get some clips. I have these fancy clothespins that I got at Dollarama. I'm just going to hold this together and we are going to glue this edge. Now, before we do that, we are going to score the edge. What we're going to do is create some ruts, I guess, some scratches. That's going to help the glue kind of seep in. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. I'm just going to use a pair of scissors. Open up the edge. And just kind of, see, we're just making that cut. Where's the camera here? Okay, just down the edge. Please be careful, don't cut yourselves. Just a few. You can crisscross them if you want. Like I said, it just gives somewhere for that glue to kind of seep in. You don't have to match. Beautiful. Any PVA glue will work, white glue. I happen to have some tacky glue. You can use school glue, you can read your kids' school supplies. I'm going to put these here in the bottom so it'll help stand it up. Or not, maybe not. Hang on. Let me use a bigger clip. Nope. Let's try an even bigger clip. There we go. So, time to get a little messy. You want those edges squished together as much as possible. And if they're not, just move your clip up and really get that glue in there. I'm going to run over it here in a minute with my fingers. Come on, glue. There we go. Don't go too crazy. We don't want it to go down on top of that page because, well, just be messy. There we go. I just use your fingers. You can certainly put gloves on and do this, but I'm going to wash my hands in a minute. Get it off that page. Very messy. Piece of paper. Scrap paper. Remember when we were kids and you used to put glue like on your hand and then peel it off, pretend you were peeling your skin off? It's so messy. This shouldn't take too long to dry. There we go. We are going to let that set up. We're going to give it one more coat of glue before we do the cover. So we're going to stop here, let it dry, and I will be back. Hello again. So while that is drying, we're going to make some covers. Now the measurement of those pages is 5 5/8. I've learned how to read a ruler. And 8 inches. So we're going to keep the 8 inches in length. The wood, no, sorry, we're going to add an inch to each. So 6 5/8 by 9 inches. So this is going to be my cover. Let's see. Measurings here, so 6 5/8. That'll be this. What's going on here? Oh yes, not actually 12 inches, it's 12 and a bit. Yep. Sorry about that. I had to go help my son in the garage. Just, yeah, so this is going to be, let's cut that. That'll be good. I'm just kind of eyeballing it so I can get the picture in. Let's see, 6 5/8. Give us right about there. This is double-sided paper too, so you can use coordinating papers, other parts. Now, oh my goodness, I cut it the wrong way. Ah, nuts. Okay, I guess it's just gonna go sideways then. We'll just roll with it. So that's the width. Let's see, I said 8 inches, right? No, 9 inches. Eyeball it. We want about there. Yeah, let's just chop it there, see what happens. Not very straight, that's all right. This I want 9 inches. Perfect. So that will be the front cover. We'll fold over the edges. Map sideways, that's fine. That doesn't bug me. Just have to make sure I do the same thing on the back. So I'm gonna cut a little off the top. A little off the top, sir. Just making the back cover now. This is the one we want 6 and, what did I say, 6 5/8? Oh, I guess I cut quite a bit off at the top there. Yeah, they all have to be the same. All right, I'll make them the same. Another scrap. Now, what did we do for this side? How far over did we go? Oh, we just cut the R off and wash out. All right. This is the one we want 9 inches. Now the reason I'm adding an inch, that'll give us a 1/4 inch on each side to fold over and create the cover. Let's get this out of the way. Move our scraps. Now, for our cover, construction, I don't have any cardstock, so I'm going to use a pizza box. I'm going to chop this up, make it the same size as our paper. So let's rip this open. Just making this a little smaller so it's easier to see. Oh my goodness, little bulky. About the confusion, guys, is how my brain works. There we go. So, these are our covers. This is how big our pages are. I should get a pen, which I don't have right here. all fits on one. That's good. I'll give it some covers. You can cut this out by hand if you want to. I don't. But I'm gonna have to cut a bit anyway. It's a little too big. Oh, fits this way? Yeah, that'll fit. All right. Let's see. Lined up. Nice. Sometimes I'm just not sure that blade's sharp enough to cut through it. This one I have to line up manually because this bottom edge is not straight. Go through, yep. More scrap. Let's do this the smart way. Hold down the larger piece. There's one. Boop. Second one. Let's do this one first. That other edge isn't straight. Come on, I heard you cut. Fine. Just looking at the marks that I made here. Ugh, and it didn't go. Fine. Last cut. There. We're going to use this to wrap that paper around and create our cover. I have to go check on my supper on the barbecue so it doesn't burn. I will be right back. Okay, we are back. Now, just double checking they're the right size. Excellent. Now, if I had more double-sided tape, I would use that to apply, but I don't. So we're going to use glue. It's messy, but that's okay. So if you have double-sided tape, have at her. If you don't, you can do the messy way like I am. So come on, glue. You don't want to put too much. It will make a mess. Actually, I'm just going to leave it on its side so it can hopefully drain out now. Rather than get my hands all dirty again, I'm just going to use a scrap of that construction paper. Try to get it very thin. A thin application will dry faster and will not buckle up your paper that you apply to the top. So, eyeball it, put this in the middle. The nice part about this paper is there's actually lines on it, so I can kind of line it up. But I'm not too worried if I don't, because you're not going to see it. Okay, put that to the side and let it dry. Number 2. second piece. Looks pretty good. Now, see, it's already starting to curl. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a heavy book on these, let them dry completely before I wrap those corners. So stand by. Hi guys, welcome back. Let's see, our book is all dry. Just going to take our clips off. This is how it's going to open. It's nice, it lays nice and flat. We are going to reinforce this spine. So I'm going to take some more glue. Give it a little more love. We're going to glue this on the spine. Just a scrap piece of construction paper. This up, spread it with this. My hands don't get all wet or sticky. Glue stick would work fine with this as well. It's a little long, but we can trim that later. Now it's already been clamped once. You can put the clips back on if you want, let it dry. It's fine though. I'll let that dry for a few minutes. We're going to finish our covers. So I've gone ahead and done the front cover. Just a piece of construction paper, or sorry, cardboard from a pizza box. Piece of paper on it. I'll show you how to get these nice edges, nice clean corners. So we've let our paper dry. Now this is the reason I don't like using glue. Sometimes you get this. That's okay. This is going to be the back. So we're going to flip it over. Now to get those nice corners that we had, we're going to cut a 45 degree angle. Go about 1/8 of an inch. You can measure it if you'd like. I'm just going to eyeball it. There's a little pre-fold. Now you can use glue if you'd like. Set it under something heavy to let it dry. I managed to find some more double-sided tape. So that is what I'm going to use. I don't know if the audio is picking this up or not, but it's raining outside right now. It's the day before Easter and it sounds so nice. Hear the rain on the windows. Okay, so take that backing off. Just push that side down. And in order to get those nice corners, I'm going to take our scissors. We're just going to push down this point. So right here, we're just going to push this in. Same on this end. those in. So since we press those in, those are going to lay nice and flat. It's a nice corner. There. So our covers are finished. Let's get our book together. Just a regular piece of colored cardboard. I'm going to cut it the same size as those pieces of paper were. So I want these 8 inches. Now we have to allow for this extra width. Should be good. I'll fold it in half softly. I don't want to start creasing it just yet. My measuring was a little off, wasn't it? There we go. I just realized I do want a hard crease because this is the front paper, then we're going to do one in the back. Get this out of the way for a minute, cut the second one. And then that one at 8 inches as well. I think it's time to replace that blade. Now, what do I do with my tape? You can use glue for this. Glue stick would work really well. These are just the end papers, so there's no art or anything that's going to go on these. It's just the inside of the cover. Before we do that, we're just going to clip these edges. Up. So it looks like so. Okay, and our cover's going to go on this piece. Not so much for the rain, the sun's out again. Whoop. Pull up the tape as well as the back. There we go. So this is when you want to make sure you have your cover right side up. Let's put it this way. I'll trim that later. There. Inside cover and your book. I definitely could have measured this, but I didn't. There. Now we're going to repeat for the back. Hang tight, and I will do the same in the back. And our book is done. Pretty simple. Has a nice inside. You can put your contact details and stuff here, and all of your pages. Now this is glue. There's a small chance this might come loose or whatever, and that's okay. Just pop some washi tape in there. But for the most part, it's done. All done. It's all taped together. Have any questions? Drop them in the comments, and if you attempt this, I would love to see what yours looks like. I'm gonna go finish mine up, maybe put some washi tape in here, and call it a day. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye-bye.